Hey, hey, welcome back. All right, so Pisces, let's get into this. And this storyline, I wanted to think about it in the context of what's new, what's fresh, what's different. So we've got a Seven of Swords sideways, we've got the Three of Wands upright, and we have the Seven of Wands upright. So we got a little 7-3-7 sandwich going on. Sevens are divine numbers, they're numbers of change. This says, um, gotta say, for this Piscean energy, I feel like this is our Pisces, just because that ship that's about to go out to sea, somebody's leaving town, somebody's taking a trip, somebody's about to go ahead and go do something different. But this is kind of like Pisces is just focusing on their future. And I kind of feel like this is Pisces' attitude as well as someone else because it's shared energy. Something has been kept peaceful, and oh yes, we don't need to rock the boat, we'll kind of act like everything is just fine, everything is perfecto, not a problem, I have no issue with this or with that. And it's not entirely true. I think that we have either Pisces and another person have been lying and keeping this little egg clutched close to their chest where they smile and they act like something's over and they're fine with it when that's not actually, it's not fine. It really isn't fine at all. But Pisces has started to say, but you know what? I think I should just really look toward my future, and that's where I should be going, and it's time to make some changes. And I think that's exactly what Pisces is going to do, because um maybe this energy had been holding on for too long. Like, oh, it's fine, I'm over something, but maybe I'm really not. Well, maybe I need to be now. Maybe I need to shake stuff up, change my routine a little bit. Maybe I need to set my own self free. Now, simultaneous, because we do have shared energy, someone else, possibly a masculine, possibly a fire sign, does not have to be a Leo, Sag, Aries. We also have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius here as well, but possibly a masculine who's, again, look at this. If we just saw this on the upper half, everything's fine. Look at how calm, cool, collected, perfectly coiffed his little mustache is, his hair, not a hair out of place. And then if we looked on the other half, we'd be like, wow, okay, this person's like a mixed martial arts fighter. This is somebody who's got like all this body art, and it shows the story of their life. There's lots of battles, and there's big love, and there's heartbreak, and there's scary lions, and there's remembered loved ones. But here, he's cool and calm. It's like a duck, right? Ducks look so graceful, but underneath they're paddling like hell, right under the surface of the water. We have a character, I think, external to Pisces, unless this is Pisces, but we have a character external to Pisces who is basically saying the same thing. I've been pretending like everything's fine, when in fact, I feel like Pisces and another person have been putting on this completely professional, happy face when each of them have need to make some changes. Now, perhaps they've needed to make changes. Maybe this is two work colleagues, both of whom are thinking about quitting and moving in different directions. Or perhaps we don't know what their relationship is yet, but we can only see that there's a second person, from my perspective, that is also saying, I've been lying about this for too long. I want to set myself free. I want to get out of this struggle, and I have the power to bend the bars and set myself free. And it's time that I do it. What is the relationship between these two? Empress. This could be two people that thought we can't possibly act like we have emotions between us because, there's a boss that would see us, or one or the other was a boss. And so it's been this suppressed emotion. And it's like, no, I'm just going to act like everything's fine because, we got to be professional. I'm not going to admit how I feel. We got a King of Pentacles. We got the Death card. This keeps feeling like it's been a taboo that has kept these two apart. And it's pretty silly because I almost feel like if this were a business related situation, it's like two people who are interested in each other but cannot date because one is the superior, the other one is the not inferior, what is that called, the subordinate. And it's like, well, I would have to step down from a position and just, or they need to elevate, so they're in management as well. Something has to change here. It may have something to do with money, but it could also have to do with living situation. It could have to do with distance. Those things could factor in as well. But basically, something would have to change. And both of these characters have been acting like the situation was fine the way it was. It hasn't been. Pisces is ready to make a change. Let me go back over. Tell me about that Three of Wands. So looking out to the future. Pisces, though, is ready to go someplace else. King of Wands, King of Cups. Pisces is ready to say, what I want, honestly, is not a forbidden love story, not someone I can look but never touch. Honestly, I want to open up my heart to somebody. I want something real. I don't want any more taboo, hidden love stories. I want somebody sexy, passionate, somebody to plant their lips on mine. I want that. This could be a same sex relationship. Doesn't have to be. Here we have two feminines, but it's on two king cards. It doesn't matter. I don't read for genders anyway. But on Pisces side, the thing that they don't want to keep to themselves or lie about anymore is like in the future, they want an open love story where nothing has to be kept hidden away because or not ever even acted on, because it's like I care about them, they care about me, but we can never be together because we happen to, work at the same company. This just sucks. Like I just want somebody who I don't have to have this taboo thing with, or this never being able to reach for what I want. It does feel like Pisces is a bit fed up though. Because, and it could be that it's been a couple years of this weird, like nothing's happening here. Maybe it's time to go. Somebody's never going to ask me out. It's never going to happen with them. And I want somebody now. And I don't want it to be, the forever waiting. Okay, tell me about the Seven of Wands character. Eight of Pentacles. So again, there's something here about work. There's something here about what they need to work on. What is that? The Sun, the Five of Swords in the reverse. Whatever the struggle was, what they need to free themselves from and what they need to put their energy to is actually not necessarily moving toward the Pisces, but more about if there's something about their life that makes them feel trapped anyway, just for themselves, to get themselves unstuck. If it was a mindset that prevented them from moving toward Pisces, whatever this was, there are some things that they are coming to the conclusion, I've got to work on this. I got to change this. I can't stay stuck in this stagnancy. It feels like both characters in the story, the big change is the stagnation doesn't work anymore. This isn't fun. This isn't, having like maybe the 5D desire for each other, but never coming into a 3D union is not a good time. It's not, sometimes we can get trapped in that. And it's like, oh, but it's almost like intoxicating to think about the thing that we want but cannot have because nothing is happening with it. And I think it's like, this is not fun at all. I do not like this. I want things that I can have and hold and, yum, yum, kiss, kiss. I want those tangible things in my life now. I must have tangible now. This character is at the same point in their own life, but for a different reason. If they were wounded or something, they want to let go of being wounded. They want to choose happiness now. They don't want to hold back from things that they want. They don't want to find reasons that they would have to hold back. They want to actually make those changes. I didn't expect, this is the only zodiac so far that I've done. I've done 8 right now out of the 13. That has gotten a storyline that is quite like this. That King of Pentacles. Every time we talk to the Pisces, what's changing for Pisces is Pisces is like, you know what? I'd get with the King of Wands. You know what? I'd get with the King of Cups. You know what? I'd get with the King of Pentacles. Anyone, so long as they're there and they're a king. Somebody that has love to give me. That's what I want. I want somebody present. I will date whoever is a great catch. I want to go to a different town where there's lots more single, men or women, whatever floats Pisces' boat. But Pisces is like so ready for a good, solid relationship. Hanged man sideways. The waiting time, they're like, no, I don't need to keep thinking about this. It's time to go. I know that it's time to make the change now. Again, this is the shared energy with this person who's been like that weird taboo, not moving forward. That so in this deck we have two of each king, and so we already had a king of pentacles, and then we have another one. This one has a feminine king, this one has a masculine king. So just as a side note, they know it as well. They know the same thing. It is time. It is time to make the change. There's no more waiting. Things have to shift. Now, in Pisces' case, what shifts is they're moving, they're looking to meeting other people. They are calling in a king for themselves. That's what their destination king. They're ready for a really loving, amazing relationship. I think this Pisces is done being single because of some 5D connection that never came into the 3D. We have the moon and we have the Knight of Cups. I gotta say, I think that this is like the Pisces is cutting that energetic cord. They're going to go off grid. I think that that person who was so stuck is not going to be able to know what's going on with Pisces. Where are you at? I can't feel your energy. Where'd you go? It's because Pisces is ready to sing love songs to somebody totally different, somebody in the 3D realm. They're stepping out. If we could think of it like the 5D realm is literally like another building, and then there's the 3D. It's like Pisces has been hanging around up there in the 5D where it's like pitch dark. They can't see each other's faces, but the two of them kind of like, shout out little messages back and forth, but they never actually find each other in the dark and hug and turn on the lights and start to actually like build a life together. Well, that 5D room, that space that was always in the darkness, Pisces just left. They just went into the 3D, and now it's a brightly lit ballroom with tons of different hot, sexy people to date. And I think that person, they're going to notice that there's nobody else in that 5D realm hanging out with them anymore. They're not going to know, oh man, where did my Pisces go? Pisces stepped on out, which is interesting because, this is literally Pisces energy. So is that Hanged Man, right? Pisces is making decisions to let go of stuff, to go after things that will really fill their heart. Maybe Pisces was hanging around in that 5D dark space because they were trying to protect themselves. At one point, they maybe were satisfied having their thoughts be connected to another person who was also kind of like hiding out a little bit. But Pisces is now wanting to step right into the active, big, bright ballroom of the 3D, where they're going to interact with others. They're going to love others. But I do think once upon a time, the reason maybe Pisces stayed more connected to a 5D relationship was because, look, squid release their ink when they're trying to hide. It's a defense tactic. So Pisces may not have realized that that's why they maybe even were so drawn to or played out this stagnation game for a while, where they cared about somebody in the 5D that they knew cared about them in the 5D, but the two of them were never going to get together unless some changes happened, because it was safe. I don't have to worry about us actually facing the getting together bit, because really I'm hiding out and so are they. The only thing is no more hiding out. I think Pisces doesn't want to hide out anymore. I think they're like, no, I'm ready now. I'm ready for somebody real and tangible. I don't want to hide anymore. I don't have to anymore. So it's interesting. That's a different spin on it. The fact that Pisces might have been spending a lot of time caring about someone that they too were not actually going to be moving toward. The only thing is that's what's changed. I don't want to hide out anymore. Now I want the real deal. That is so exciting. Let me just ask real quick before we close this out. We know Pisces is not going to be shy of any opportunities to date, but that other person, they still seem to know what they should do or know what they'd like to do, but I still don't see them quite able to take action and step into the 3D realm with that Two of Swords. They still keep kind of hemming and hawing. So they might still be, kind of stumbling around in the dark of the 5D saying like, well, maybe Pisces will come back and join me in the 5D realm where we just energetically stay bonded, but we never talk in the real world. Maybe they'll come back. And they haven't figured out that, no, they need to step into the big, bright 3D ballroom if they want to interact with Pisces again. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up.